I don't feel alone. We just settled in and it already feels like home.
You're listening to the Feels Like Home podcast with Mike Throne and Marty Ford. Powered by Horizon. This is big. This is gig. Hey guys, it's Marty and welcome to the Feels Like Home podcast. This week we have a special guest. It's Erin Allsop. She is the president and CEO of Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Ohio. And full disclosure, Erin is Mike's sister-in-law. But Erin is a wonderful person, and we really enjoyed this conversation with her. She told us a little bit about what's going on with Big Brothers and Big Sisters right now and their big fundraiser they have coming up, Dance for Kids' Sake. So it was great to sit down, hear a little bit about Erin's story. She traveled abroad, lived in Spain with her husband Eric and their kids, and found their way back to Chillicothe, and we were all better for it. So again, we hope you enjoy this conversation with Erin Allsop.
So with us this week is the first of my in-laws that have ever been on the podcast. I say this knowing full well that I'm now in trouble with every other one.
Excellent.
Of my in.
I mean, I'm the oldest.
That's true. So you should get first pick,
Yeah.
right?
Seniority.
And also, in full disclosure, we have decided to do this under somewhat of protest because you went on another podcast before you came on ours.
Okay, I hear that. However, I want to counter with, I should be the one who is offended because
That's correct.
The people who
I agree.
run the podcast generally invite the
someone.
guests.
That's right.
And this invitation came out a year later.
So this is the best part of the story. So I'll let Marty tell it.
So Andy posts his like the podcast, and it has your picture on it, and I look at him like, are you kidding me? How did Andy land Erin?
And he screenshots it.
I screenshot him like, what is going on here? I forget what I said, but and Mike is like, and he was with you.
We were walking into the Need to Breathe concert.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about
in Cincinnati.
Well, and he said, how did this happen? That's what it was.
He was walking behind me. He said, Erin, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. And this was
great.
way too early into this podcast relationship to be risking this whole empire on trouble, you know?
That's totally understandable.
As you know, we have a sponsor now, so we're beholden to people.
That's right.
Sure.
That's why we had to bring you on once we got the sponsor.
Oh,
we have to deliver the quality content.
Whatever,
you
just made it through all of the real people that are important in Chillicothe.
Let's not do that. Some of those people are coming back to us and wanting to come back on again. We don't want to offend them.
Oh, okay.
I will also say that you are one of the very few people that has brought us swag.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I will wear that proudly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
So, by the way, this is Erin Allsop, by the way. I don't think I actually said her name.
Yeah, we're 3 minutes in. And
Erin is the CEO at Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Central Ohio, and she is also my sister-in-law, and we go to the same church together. We spend almost every holiday together because...
We're neighbors now?
We're neighbors now, literally.
That's your fault, though.
I could throw a softball and hit her house. I wouldn't do that, but I could do it.
Your son might.
Yeah, he might for sure. But it's exciting to have you on because there's a lot of great things going on at Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yeah,
You've
there
been
are.
there a little bit over a year.
About 14 months now.
Yeah, in May of last year, right?
Yeah.
So I think that we should start sort of at the beginning. You're a Ross County native.
I'm Ross County born and raised, Bainbridge to be exact.
Paint Valley graduate.
Paint Valley grad from a few years ago.
Yep, at least 10.
I was one of those that swore they would never come back to Ross County. I've listened to your podcast enough to know that people talk about the magnet effect of the meat or whatever it is. Swore I would never come back to Ross County, never live here, never raise my family here. And I've moved back twice as an adult.
That's right.
Yeah.
You even went abroad and then came back.
That's right. I came back when our first son was 1 in 2007. We moved abroad to Spain for about 4.5 years. And when we came back, here we are in Chillicothe. And we love it. We wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy that you're back here.
100%.
Thank you.
And
thank you for having me on tonight. This is
so
fun.
from a family perspective, obviously we're super excited that you came back. Sure. But what we didn't expect was that you were going to get this Big Brothers Big Sisters job and really start to help transform that organization. And so I do want to spend some time talking about that, but I want to get to living abroad a little bit, because I think it's a really interesting part of your story, because you kind of went, it's weird to say full circle, but you lived in Valencia, Spain.
Yeah, I spent my freshman year of college in Valencia, Spain. I was a Spanish major, so where is better to learn Spanish than in a Spanish-speaking country? So I spent my freshman year of college there. I came back to the States and graduated from the University of Kentucky with a Spanish and German degree. Then most of my professional life was teaching high school and middle school Spanish until I became a stay-at-home mom in 2007. Through that part, I got a little bit bored, so I opened a cake business out of my kitchen. And then in 2015, my husband and I felt called to missions, and we moved to Valencia, Spain to join a campus ministry that was just beginning, and spent 4.5 years with our 3 sons in Valencia, Spain, working with college students. It was amazing.
And in 2014, you baked me a cake to surprise my wife, our 20th anniversary.
That's right.
You recreated our cake top from our wedding cake.
Oh, that's wild.
It's really fun to see all the people now that I made their wedding cakes or baby shower cakes. Sure. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Well, yeah, especially like baby shower cakes, and the kids are like 5, 6, 7 years old, maybe even older than that.
Or older. Yeah, graduating from high school. I'm like, wow, I'm old.
I don't know that my kids had a cake for their first 3 or 4 years that you didn't make.
That's probably, I'm sure that's true.
That's the familial perk right there, is that if you have somebody that bakes cakes in your family, you can get that. So
for free.
But then you spent almost 5 years there.
Years.
But what drew you back, I guess? I mean, obviously coming back, you knew you were going to come back to the States at some point in time, but what drew you back then, and what compels you to stay now?
Our initial commitment with our organization was for 4 years. And so 4 years, we completed 4 years in February of 2020. Little did we know what was ahead of us in February of 2020. Right. And so at that point, Eric and I prayed a lot about it and thought about it. And we decided that the best thing for our family was to move back. Our oldest son was really missing home. And if it had been left up to just me and Eric, we probably would have stayed forever. Maybe cut that out so my parents don't hear that. We probably would have stayed forever. But we just decided it was the right time for us to come back for Malachi and for Elliot and Jonas. So Malachi would be entering his freshman year of high school when we moved back at the end of the summer. So we finished out the school year, suffered through the quarantine and all of COVID, or the beginning of COVID, in a 900 square foot apartment with 5 people who were not allowed to leave at all. Yeah. Eric went to get groceries every other day. The rest of us did not step outside for 7 weeks. It was brutal. Yeah,
that's...
I can
people
vividly...
in the United States think they had it bad, right?
Right. I can vividly remember talking to Kelsey on FaceTime one time, and she was like, "Oh man, this quarantine is awful. I can't stand it. My kids are driving me crazy." I was like, "It's really quiet at your house. Where are your kids?" She said, "They're outside playing." I was like, no, don't talk to me.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So we just decided at that point that it was best for our family. Eric was fortunate enough to get what he considers his dream job at the Wesleyan Church. He's one of the assistant pastors there. And so that's basically what brought us back.
And then you meandered through life for about a year. I was kind of kicking and screaming that whole year, just mad that we had to come back. Maybe not many people knew that. Yeah.
I taught Spanish part-time at New Hope Christian Academy in Circleville, which was a wonderful position. I love the school. I love my students, but I've never felt like an educator. I've never felt like a teacher in the classroom. That is funny because that was what most of my professional career was. Mm-hmm. But I never felt like that. And then a friend, Bill Betson, who is on the board at Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Former Feels Like Home guest, Bill Betson.
Excellent. He's a good one. So he approached me. He said, "Hey, this position is open. I think you should apply." And I said, "What's the position?" He said, "President CEO." I was like, "Nope, I can't do that." The title scared me.
Yeah.
And he said, just read the description. So I read the description, and it was about fundraising, which I knew how to do. It was about community relations, which I love. it was about helping kids. I also love. And so it just kind of fit all of my passions, all of my talents. And I threw my name in the hat, and they took a risk on me without any prior experience.
But I think, and I assume, like, when you went to your interview, like, you sold all those things that you're talking about. And I think
so.
Yeah.
I think that's safe to say.
But the reason why I say that is because, like, it's one thing to apply for the job. It's another thing to actively campaign yourself for the job.
Yeah.
I learned that myself.
Absolutely.
I had interviewed for my job that I have now at the chamber 5 years earlier, didn't get it. And I know why now.
Right.
It was a afterthought for me in my journalism career.
Yeah.
But when I knew I was done, I went after the job. You know?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did. Once I knew more about what the job was, I contacted the president CEO of another Big Brothers Big Sisters association in Tennessee that was about the same size as Ross County, or about the same size as the South Central Ohio agency, and just asked him a lot of questions. He spent about an hour on the phone with me. It was fantastic. Just asked him, like, what do you actually do day in and day out? What does this job actually consist of? And the more he told me, I knew is what I wanted. And so I went after it really hard. And I think what got me the job is that I truly care about relationships, and that's what the agency needed.
Yeah.
They needed somebody who cared about the staff. They needed somebody who cared about the community, and they needed somebody who cared about the kids.
Yeah.
So,
well, you and Eric are probably the most relational people I know. That's not hyperbole. Like, the way that each of you knows people and remembers people and details about people puts me to shame. Like, I can meet people 1 minute and 2 minutes later forget a name. I mean, that's no joke. But you guys seem to retain it all, which is pretty impressive to me. So I
mean, we have some cheat sheets, but you know,
all right.
But
now
hey,
we know. Yeah.
Hey, but you know, you
Have
do
a
what
system,
it takes. Yeah,
right? Yeah.
exactly. We do. We love people.
So most people know what Big Brothers Big Sisters do, but for the people out there that maybe have a misconception or that don't know, why don't you explain a little bit about how Big Brothers Big Sisters works and who you serve and things like that?
Sure. So Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Central Ohio is part of a national organization that focuses on mentorship. Our vision is that all youth are able to achieve their full potential. And the way that we do that is by creating and supporting one-to-one mentoring relationships with adults and children. So on a local level, we serve Ross, Pike, Pickaway, Fayette, and Highland counties. And our main goal is to take adult volunteers who are willing to invest in the life of a child, put them through a very extensive screening process, interviews, background checks to make sure they're in it for the right reasons, and connect them with a child who is on our wait list who has also gone through screening and interviews. And we try to match them in ways that they are going to be able to form a successful friendship. So if the child likes fishing, we try to find an adult that likes fishing, for example. And we just ask the adult to spend time with that child and form a friendship and spend up to, well, at a minimum, about an hour a week, and just mentor that child. A lot of the kids that are on our wait list are kids from families who are facing some sort of adversity, addiction, poverty, abuse, mental health issues. And so a lot of times just having an adult specifically investing in that child helps them understand that they are able to break that cycle that they don't understand how to break else in other ways, because all of their examples in their lives are showing them how to continue that cycle. So we just try to help them. We give them the support and the encouragement to try to break that cycle.
And you know, our listeners know that need is very acute in our community.
Absolutely.
And we have programs. So one of the questions that I think people probably ask you a lot is, so what's the difference between you and like the Paper City Mentoring Project? And
it's a great question.
Yeah. So talk about that, because I know the difference, but
sure. So Big Brothers Big Sisters, we focus on enrolling kids who are between the ages of 7 through 14. After they're enrolled in the program, they're able to stay in the program through high school or turning 18, whichever one happens last. But we do focus on younger children, whereas Paper City focuses specifically on high school kids. They enroll specifically high school kids. Now, an interesting fact that is that I've been working with Erin Givens, the director of Paper City Mentoring Project, and we have come together in an effort to push forward the idea of mentorship in our community. We both have an idea that if we are on the same page and if we are continuing to show our community the importance of mentorship, a win for me is a win for her, and a win for her is a win for me. So it's easy at the get-go because the kids that come to us, if they don't fit my age group, they can go to her and I can refer them directly to her. And if they don't fit her age group, she can refer them directly to me. So we're not at direct conflict or competition. But just last week at the fair, we had a booth at the Ross County Fair, and we had both of our literature available for the community. We had a board up that was a Mentor of the Day award, a board where we asked people to nominate a mentor in their life. Didn't have to be somebody affiliated with either of our programs. But just somebody who has made a positive impact on their life in whatever way. And each day we drew a name and celebrated that mentor. So coming next year, we're hoping to have a big celebration and have nominations where you write in and write an essay about who is a mentor in your life and really celebrate that person in the community. So I'm excited about that. That partnership.
Yeah. And in all honesty, and we've said it on the podcast many times, but when we collaborate and when we partner together, we get great things done. Carlisle Building.
Absolutely.
We attack the opiate issue that way. And so knowing that we're not just treating a problem, but we're actively involved in the solutions that help move our kids forward, and having two groups that do that and they're working together, that is like gold. I'm
excited about it because if a kid's life is improved and changed for the better, I don't care who does it. I don't care if it's a youth pastor or a teacher or a coach or Paper City Mentoring or Big Brothers Big Sisters. If a kid's life has changed, that's the goal. And a lot of the kids that we're serving through all of our programs are not going to leave this community. They're going to be here one way or another. And so we're going to be treating them for an overdose, or we're going to celebrate the turnaround that they've had in their life. And I want to be that second part.
Yeah, absolutely. So how many matches so you serve what counties first? Because
we serve Ross, Pike, Pickaway, Fayette, and Highland, 5 counties. So the 3 kind of stacked in a row, and then the 2 to our west. So then how many matches do you know the numbers by county? I do.
Yeah, look at you. I knew it.
Oh, by county. Oh, okay.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
if you don't know by county, that was the graduate level test.
Okay, so Highland has 1 match that we just made last week. So I'm super excited that that's our first match since I've been president CEO in Highland County. So we have 1 match in Highland. We have 3 matches in Fayette County right now. We have, I believe, 4 matches in Pickaway County. Oh, I think, okay, that's 8. We have 31 total.
Okay.
I can't remember how many are in Pike County or Ross County. I think we have 18 in Ross County.
Yeah.
So I do know that when I started, we had 21 matches and we're up to 31 now. So I'm really excited about that number.
And to me, so in full disclosure, I served on the board long before Erin was there. Karen McDonald Myers was the executive director then, had a great relationship with her. And
she's a legend.
Yeah, absolutely. No question about it. But the wait list was always the concern.
Wait list is always the concern.
So what are you at right now?
We're at 40 right now.
Okay. That's actually better than we've had in the past. I can tell you that.
When I took over, the wait list was at 80. After looking at that, we saw some kids had already aged out and they just hadn't been closed. So there was some cleanup that had to be done.
Sure.
Once we started contacting kids, they hadn't been contacted for a while and they had lost interest in the program or we didn't have current contact for them. So we're down to 40, but I'm pretty confident in that those 40 kids are actively waiting for a mentor. They are ready to be matched, and they're waiting on people who are out there who want to do something good in the life of a child.
So there you have it, listeners.
That's
Okay.
right.
There's your challenge for the day.
There's a great need.
There is a huge need for a young person in our community or in those
There
counties.
are 20 in Ross County.
Yeah, so
I do know
20,
that.
20 alone. So
Yep.
there's got to be 20 people out there listening. At least half of that, like 10.
10 would be great.
Let's just make a dent in it, you know. The process, though, is very geared towards safety for
Absolutely.
folks and almost designed to create relationship and really make that long-standing change, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. We do not allow overnight visits for child safety reasons. But other than that, we really do allow the volunteers to kind of lead the relationship and, if they want to pick the child up from school and go get groceries and cook dinner, that's great. If they want to go for a walk, that's fine. If the child likes to play basketball, take them to the park and play basketball. It's really up to the volunteers to what they want to do and how they want to develop that relationship in a natural way, the way that you would with a son or a daughter or a niece or a nephew. Just to develop a friendship and so that the child knows that they have an adult that they can trust.
And, especially in like single parent homes, you have the consent and
Absolutely.
the parent is fully informed. And so a lot of times they become,
we always talk about there are three parties to the match. It's the adult volunteer, the child, little, and then the parent. And my staff contacts all three of those parties regularly, every month, every other month, to just ask a series of questions to check up on child safety, to do all of the things to make sure that everything is going the right way. If there are any concerns, if the volunteer needs any support, the volunteers are, once they're trusted, they're dealing with a lot of issues that they might need support, help it, and so that they can know how to deal with it. If the child is developing some mental health issues that they're talking about, the adult might need some training so that they make sure that they can approach those correctly. We do a lot of training for our volunteers. We do a lot of checking in with them and with the parents and with the children.
Yeah. And obviously all of that takes money to do that.
It does.
Funding is a huge part of what you do.
Part. Mm-hmm.
So what is the biggest source of your funding right now?
That's a wonderful question because I love to celebrate the Adam Board, who
Yes.
is our biggest source of funding, of revenue for the agency. The Adam Board actually makes up around 65% of our total budget. They are huge supporters of what we do. They like that we are on the prevention side of what they deal with. So that's a positive way to spend their money.
Yeah.
We also get a very significant contribution from United Way in Ross County and Fayette County, and then the Pickaway County Community Foundation, which was formerly the United Way of Pickaway County. And we also have a lot of private funders, foundations and trusts that support us. And then we have two big fundraisers every year, which
Yep.
Bowl for Kids' Sake was just this past spring. We do it every spring. It was a huge success this year. And then we have Dance for Kids' Sake coming up.
Yeah. And you raised $30,000 this year for Bowl for Kids'
Right
Sake?
at $30,000 for Bowl for Kids' Sake.
Yeah.
We doubled our budget. So I was super excited about that.
Yeah.
The community, you all know, the community here is amazing.
Yeah.
They go above and beyond every time.
Yeah. And if you give them a free T-shirt for the most part, that's a pretty good.
Excellent. So that means I can count on a table from you guys for Dance for Kids' Sake, right?
Well, I already committed to one. This is big. Horizon Fiber Internet is ready
Let them get you hooked up and power your Wi-Fi network.
with the speed and reliability that only a 100% fiber network can do.
Horizon is ready to help you do what you do better. With real people, real rates, and a real service.
Connect with them today, and the first month is free, plus no contracts and no data caps. Call 740-772-8331
Or visit horizonconnects.com/Chillicothe
to sign up today. But yeah, so I did buy a table.
Excellent. I can guess
Committed to buy. Yeah, you already know. But I think one of the fun things, and I was a judge last year.
Yep.
For folks that didn't see it, judge is the loosest interpretation of that word. because nobody should be dancing or judging dancers. But I think
you'd rather be dancing. Is that what I just heard you say?
I
Is that what he said?
And we got it recorded.
I mean,
that's
in
right.
all honesty, Marty is the better dancer of the two.
Oh, so it's a guy duo, huh?
No.
That would be hilarious.
Okay. I like funny.
Oh my gosh, that just rings of Saturday Night Live skit. Is what that feels like.
It also rings of injury.
Yeah,
of some regards.
You have to sign off a contract before. You can't hold me liable. A waiver, exactly.
This whole thing has gone off the rails now, so we have nothing to lose. So anyhow, I think the fun thing about it is it is a night really designed to just let the community shine. I think not only with the raising of the money before, the raising of the money that night, the activity of the dance and who's doing it.
Yep.
They have really tried to make it something special for the community. And even when it has to be outside on a night when it's not as warm as we thought it would be.
Right.
Like it was last year.
It was a little bit chilly.
Yeah. But it worked.
And I think overall, everyone really enjoyed being outside, a different atmosphere. So,
yeah.
And this year is going to be different again.
Yeah.
So we're slated for October 15th at the Ross County Fairgrounds. We're going to be in the steer barn of the fairgrounds, which is a huge space. It's covered, so we don't have to worry about, it's not heated, but it is covered, so it won't be freezing like last year, and I don't have to worry about rain. I told one of my dancers that the only thing I ate for 2 weeks prior to the event last year because I was so stressed was fudge round cookies from High Five Cakes. I think that's true.
That's a good plug, though. I like that. Former Feels Like Home guests.
Yep.
Shauna Shanks and Sarah Meyer. So
this year we're at the Ross County Fairgrounds. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be lots of space. So I have 70 tables, but there's space for more. So if we sell more, we sell more this year.
Amazing.
The tickets are going to come with a food voucher, and we're going to have food trucks.
All right.
So for the food is going to be your choice of, I think, 3 different food trucks. I don't have those confirmed yet, so I won't say those yet. That will be a surprise. Do you want me to say the dancers? I have a list so I don't forget any names.
So, yes, we do.
Okay, so I have 8 dancers this year. Exactly. Here we go. So I have Sarah Myers from High Five Cakes will be dancing with her son, Hendrix.
That's exciting. That's
awesome.
who I bought my table from.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I
Very
figured.
cool.
So they're going to be, she's already asked permission to use specific music, so it's going to be good, I promise. I have Billy Barnes and Mike Moffmer dancing as a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have Chance Woods, who will be representing Hernstein.
All
and
right.
he's going to be dancing with one of the dance instructors from Transitions. Transitions does a fantastic job supporting us. They donate all of our dance lessons for our dancers.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
Huge
fantastic.
plug for Stacy and her girls out at Transitions. I have Ashley Wortman and Logan Green dancing to represent Kenworth.
Okay.
I have Corey and Sarah Lambert dancing to represent Adina. I have Johnny and Corey Johnson dancing as Johnny is the president of the Humane Society, and Corey is a realtor with Dwell. Mm-hmm. And then I have Marie Wilbanks. She will be the Pickaway County representative. And I have Trey Tompkins, who will be the Fayette County representative.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's exciting. Have you had people from Fayette and Pickaway in the past? I don't remember.
There has at least been one from Fayette a few years ago.
Yeah, I feel like there was.
One of my goals for this year is to be more present in Pickaway and Fayette counties. This past year, we really kind of scaled back and focused on Ross County since that's where our headquarters is.
Yep.
But we do cover all 5 counties. So one of my goals this year is to be more present in those counties. So we're actively trying to be in those counties for community awareness and using their people to get community awareness.
Yeah. Well, the last time I saw you was at the Paints game. I mean, I've seen you since then, but at the last time I saw you in your official capacity, you guys were having a night at the Paints game, and it was great to see that big group of bigs and littles and your staff and so on out there.
I had like 45 people there.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That is, and I think, that's what getting at the heart of what you're supposed to be doing, right?
Yeah.
So, last year we had a blast despite the chilliness of the night.
Yep.
I think it was a really good time at Dance for Kids' Sake. I think Bowl for Kids' Sake probably even.
It was fun.
I mean.
So can you jump? Sorry, I didn't
go ahead.
cut you off. Can you jump in and talk about what the night is like.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that have never experienced it, so they don't really know what's going on. They just know that there's people dancing, and maybe that might help sell some tables.
Absolutely. So Dance for Kids' Sake is our own version of Dancing with the Stars. So Dancing with the Stars is kind of, I guess, maybe fallen out of popularity a little bit. But this is
it's
the 11th.
Bachelorette, but
that's true.
Oh, gosh. So don't get me started.
But this is our 11th annual. So 11 years ago, it was, the show to watch. So doors will open at 6. So dinner hour is from 6 to 7, where you'll take your food ticket and go get your food truck dinner, and you'll come in, and it will be as gala as we can get, the steer barn with tablecloths and everything at the tables. Tables,
cowboy chic. Is that what you call that?
Yeah, cowboy chic. I like it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Kind of like Lil
we're not
Nas
going
X.
theme, but wow.
Little Nas X. You went there.
Talking about derailing.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, but you're.
I guess. Yeah, everybody has the picture right now.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
In my head, I can see it.
So. Wow.
Okay.
So our dancers,
I threw us
dancers
off.
sell the tables, and they're tables of 8. So you'll be sitting with people that you like and have fun with. And when the show starts at 7, we'll have 4 of our dancers dance one at a time. The judges will critique them. Debbie Bettendorf and Dan Ramey are our MCs for the night, so they keep everything going. I'm working on another small surprise for the MCs, so hopefully that will pan out on the night of. And then we'll have an intermission, and then we'll talk about the agency a little bit, have the rest of the dancers, the other 4 dancers, dance. You vote for your dancer by donating to the agency, so every dollar is a vote. And the dancer's goal is to become the children's champion, which is the dancer that raises the most money overall, beginning now, selling tables, selling sponsorships, getting their people to vote for them. The judge's choice will be the judge's favorite dancer, and then the audience choice dancer will be the dancer who raises the most money the night of the event. So that's where their votes come in. So they want to sell tables to people who they know are going to vote for them.
Sure.
And last year's winners were...
Last year's winners went above and beyond.
Yeah, they really did.
It was Rhythmic Thunder, led by Dr. Regina Yandila. They alone raised $30,000.
Yeah, that was amazing.
For the agency. So, and it's important to say that all of the money that we raise stays completely local. We don't owe any dues or anything from this to the national organization. Everything stays in our 5-county service area to support our matches. It takes... For all of our kids, it takes about $1,200 a year to support the relationship, the mentoring relationship through the year. And then, of course, we have all of the other costs on top of that. So it's important to raise those funds, and, government funding comes and goes, but this stays local, and we are able to use it to specifically support our matches.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's important to note, too, when you mentioned the Adam H. Board earlier, that funding comes from taxpayer money.
Absolutely.
It gets, there's an Adam H. levy on...
That passed last year, and we're so thankful for that.
And I think that's really the community backing programs like yours and others. But
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it's really, really important for, we have great mentorship programs in this community. I've always said Big Brothers Big Sisters is the best in the world, because I believe that. I believed it when I was on the board. I believed it when I was a big, and I believe it now. But the other supplemental programs that we have are just helping to ease the load a little bit, and to continue services to people that, you can't reach everybody right now. So let's keep doing the best we can for everybody, And so that, in order to do that and to have that service, you got to have that money.
Absolutely.
And so that's where these great fundraisers come in. It just so happens that they're connected to something fun.
And it is. It's fun to come the night of and enjoy the night with your friends and laugh at people, cheer for people.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's really important to note, too, the dancers are laughing at themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it's a lot of fun.
I think they don't take it so seriously that they're, mad at judges and things like that.
When I was driving here, I got a text from Regina Yandila saying, "Can I dance again? I really miss it."
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have an all-stars dance
in
a couple of years.
That's funny.
That'd be fun.
But that's proof to what you're just saying, that
we have
they
to get
do have fun.
former Mayor Everson back in his. So the year that he danced, he had this like elaborate costume on and it had frills.
Oh my.
And he had a little eyeliner going. And
Oh my.
So like I think if we can do
went
that
all
again,
out.
he's got to get involved, right? So
Okay.
you should go back and watch the tape.
I have all of the videos, so I'll have to go
I
back
believe
and
I
watch
was a
it.
judge that year as well.
Okay.
So
Have you ever danced?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. And that's a streak that I'm happy to keep going. So, you know,
I've had so
you're
many
my favorite
people.
sister-in-law that's sitting across from me right now.
Touche.
So, yeah. But
Yeah, I've had so many people this year tell me that they'll dance for me next year. I'm pretty sure my next year's roster is full.
There you
so
go. There you
either
go.
that or that's just the easy way
and
to
you
say no.
gotta- and lock them in, man. Lock
I know, I
them
need
in.
to.
They start getting cold feet, you know, so.
Having danced in front of a crowd of people before, it can be pretty intimidating.
Yes. I think everybody feels confident about their dancing until they have
Until
to
they
dance.
walk out in
yeah.
front of in the lights.
Yeah.
And the lights are going to be good this year again. We have Rob Snyder on production again.
Oh, very good.
Good job, Rob.
Yeah.
He's a buddy of ours and a
Yep.
friend of the podcast.
Yep.
Indeed.
We've not had him on yet.
He's
though.
probably another one that we need to get in here
It's
too.
kind of on
He
the
does a
list.
gotta-
fantastic job.
Yeah, Rob's a good guy.
Yep.
Well, we are super proud of what you're doing, and you've assembled. I didn't even really get onto this, and maybe we should, because you've assembled a great team as well.
I have a fantastic team.
And some of them are holdovers. I mean, Charity was there when I was on the board.
Yeah, Charity's been there for 24 years.
yeah,
so
that's
that says
amazing.
a lot about how much she loves our agency and our kids.
So pump up your team a little bit,
So
because
I have
don't
Charity
wanna-
Wheeler,
Yeah.
who's been there for 24 years. She is the most loyal person I've ever met, and she loves our kids dearly. She would do anything for anyone. Nicole Pickerel is my volunteer coordinator, so she has been there for 5 years now. And again, she's multi-talented and just cares about what she's doing. And then I have 2 new employees. Well, they just completed a year. I have Kennedy DeBoard is my agency and partnerships manager. So she keeps everything running smoothly and helps me stay connected with the partnerships that we have. And Shannon Britz, who is my mentoring specialist. And Shannon is everybody's cheerleader. I mean, I almost asked if she could come with me just to like hype up on the side because she's just our hype girl and she's so excited about everything and she connects really well with the kids and has fun.
She's definitely an encourager.
She's such an
Both
encourager.
of those last 2 I know
Yeah.
really well. I graduated with Kennedy's dad, and we were
Right.
friends in school, and
They're amazing.
she worked with us for a while at Kingston National
That's
Bank.
right. She left Kingston National Bank to
To
come
come,
to me.
yeah. So yeah, she was a good one.
She was
Oh, I sense some tension now.
No tension. No tension.
Well, no, I really did want to get your team out there because I think you've assembled this great group of folks. They're very high powered folks. They know their role. That's super important in an agency like that. And so I think that was important because I think you had a couple to fill when you got in.
And actually, I have another one to fill. So
Okay.
am I allowed to say that on here?
Yes, you are.
I'm hiring another mentoring specialist. So another person to round out our team. We're fun to work with and we're flexible.
Yep.
So
That's awesome.
And mentoring specialist, I'm going to assume, is somebody that's working with the matches.
works right with the kids, the matches. Yep.
I mean, what could be better than that? That's a great job.
You get to see all of the successes.
Yep. That's awesome.
Erin, I feel like your time in Spain and all the things that happened over there and you coming back here all was part of you taking this, preparing you for this job. Because I really feel like it stands out that you love what you're doing right now. And that's exciting. And I think that you got tools when you were over there.
Absolutely.
To
Absolutely.
make an impact here.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's excited about having you and Eric back.
Yeah.
On the personal side, Eric and I have really connected, and I just enjoy my relationship with him. And when Mike said you two are both very good at reaching out to people and relationship, he always has this ability to send me a text at the right time.
Yep.
Every time he sends me something, reaches out to me, it's always at a perfect moment. And I'm thankful for you too being
you.
here. Sorry, I had to get that in.
No, thank
Well,
you.
no,
I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, like I remember after you guys had come home and we were all, I think we were at our house after we moved into the new house and we were all hanging out and I was like, you're here and you're like not going someplace in 2 weeks or something like that. And it was just a fun moment to think about. And, you know, the relationship that our kids are having with your kids and things like that. I mean, it's just, you know, those years you can't get back. Right. And
that's
so
the best part of being back
Sure.
is the relationships. I mean, like I said before,
Yeah.
it's about relationships.
Yeah.
Life is about relationships. And I mean, Eric and I want to love God and love people and do it well. So
Yeah. And, you know, your, the campus ministry has different people doing it now. And so
Yep.
it's continuing, which is great.
continuing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, God works in all things for good.
That's
so,
right. That's right.
and thank God this good is happening right here in Ross
Yeah,
County. So
we're
I appreciate
thankful
it.
for that.
So thank you for coming on, because I think what you're doing is great. And I know we, even though we didn't ask you on until season 3,
That's on us.
yeah, that's on us. That's not a
Okay.
you problem. That's an
Okay.
us problem.
I feel
So,
better.
But thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me on. It's been fun to chat about everything. I love you guys too. I think you guys are doing great things for our community. Just the same.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
And now you get to wear my shirts out.
That's
to-
right.
That's right.
That's right.
Promote Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
Full disclosure, we did get free T-shirts tonight. So for
So when
those
you
of
see
you
them
who will
walking
be
around-
coming on in the future, I ain't saying do it,
Right.
but I ain't saying don't do it. So thanks, Erin.
Thank you.
You're listening to the Feels Like Home podcast with Mike Throne and Marty Ford. Powered by Horizon. This is big. This is gig.